To carry out the nitrate test, you place 10 cubic centimetres of your sample into a graduated test tube, or you can use a syringe. It's also really important to agitate the water sample to make sure that any suspended material is back into suspension and that the sediments are also mixed up as well. So now we place the first tablet, the nitrate number 1 tablet, into the test tube and crush it with a glass tube. You'll see a yellow colour develop. Next we add the number 2 tablet and repeat the process, crushing it, and then we will leave the test tube for approximately 5 or 10 minutes, depending on the make, and then we'll check the colour change. So after 5 minutes, here's our sample. You can see it's gone a slightly darker yellow, and we're going to compare it to the colour comparator on the left-hand side of the picture there. And although you can't see it, the value there is somewhere in the region of 25 milligrams per litre of nitrate.
To measure phosphate levels in a sample of water using a colorimeter, you again take a 10 cubic centimetre sample of the water to be tested, place it in a test tube and dissolve 1 phosphate tablet in it using a glass rod. Once you've dissolved the phosphate tablet, you then leave the solution to stand for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, transfer some of the test solution into a clean cuvette and then put the cuvette into a calibrated colorimeter. In this particular case, when we put the cuvette in, we find that the reading for this particular sample is 80% transmission.
Now the question is, what does 80% mean in terms of the amount of phosphate present? So we have to look at the conversion chart on the lab sheet and decide what that actually means. And if we look at the colorimeter conversion chart, down the left-hand column you've got 80, and we're looking at 80 exactly, so it's 80, 0. And you can just see that indicates 19 milligrams per litre of phosphate in that particular sample. So just to look at another example, if for instance the reading was 75, you would look at 70 and then follow it across to the 5. 75 would indicate a phosphate level of 26 milligrams per litre. So you can see that as the percentage transmission goes down, in other words, the more densely coloured the liquid is, that indicates a greater presence of phosphate.